Theseus Vasilius Tavros is a warrior cleric on a religious pilgrimage. His primary focus is to find an artifact that will help his home, the Minotaur city-state of Voskia, and the Order of the Maze that he represents as he traverses the world. In his order, he is called a navigator, a young adventurer who will find his place in the church and Voskian society through great deeds. Minotaurs are sometimes seen as primitive barbarians in Almora, but Theseus considers himself quite civilized. He enjoys solving problems, using logic in conflicts, and helping people navigate the labyrinth in acts of self-discovery. As he travels, he hopes that he can disprove the belief that all Minotaurs are evil and savage, and learn a thing or two along the way.
Barley Braun is a 3-foot-tall, 30-pound halfling rogue. He can easily be thrown. He is very self-serving and very individualistic, doesn't tend to get along well with others, but is so desperate for fun and entertainment in his own life that he is desperate for this kind of adventure. So he'll be interesting to play, I think.
Gaius Berzin is a human one-armed fighter who comes from the land of Hals. Years ago, he was a soldier in the Halsian army, until one day he comes home to his hometown of Ebonstone to find that his wife and children had been murdered in a raid from Valaris. He swore vengeance on those who killed his family, but in his rage, he loses his arm. He falls on hard times and hard drinks for a few years, but eventually he comes to realize that life is still worth living, and swears to live life to the fullest until he can meet his family again in the next life.
Hi everyone, my name is Christine, and I am playing Vita Teidai, pronouns they, them, a lizard folk wild magic sorcerer. They come from a community where there has not been a wild magic user in quite some time, so their magic is pretty out of control, and when they decided maybe they wanted to go see the world, their village was very excited about it. So now, Vita's just out roaming around trying to get their magic under control. And that's when they meet up with this party.
My name is Robbie, and I play Red in the Almora RPG campaign, along with his faithful companion and sidekick, Herschel. Red is a shifter ranger who grew up in Perea in a tiny little town called Aramor. One day, his entire town was destroyed. When he was 5, he eventually made his way to Nagual over near the coast. Some of his personality is that because he's been, just out hunting for a good portion of his life, he doesn't have the best social skills. He gets his stuff done. He's pretty quiet, but also determined and very methodical about getting it done, and super reliable about getting it done. He's gonna see it through. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks.
So I play Rhythm, a tabaxi druid. I grew up in a little town called Hazeldrum, which is on the border between Perea and Halls. I grew up there with my adoptive mother, a human woman who found me wandering in the forests when I was about a year old. She died a few years back, and I found out pretty darn quick that without her protection, I was not welcome in Hazeldrum anymore. So I've been wandering. I ran into some druids who taught me druidic magics and helped me harness some powers that I've had pretty much my entire life. But I've been sticking to the outskirts, avoiding towns and villages. But I ran into this Minotaur a little while ago named Theseus, who has been, making me wonder if I should give towns a second chance. So now he and I are trying to figure out what to make of life as two kind of strange creatures in this weird world. But that's me. That's Rhythm.
Chinchilla.
There's a chinchilla on TikTok that people edit into like really dramatic
like almost GIF frame things. They hand it a thing, and then whatever the chinchilla does with it, they turn it into a setting. So they gave a chinchilla a tiny ruler, and it went like this and put it on its side, and they put like a little samurai hat on it and put it in the middle of a field in the middle of the night. It was amazing. Anyway, so
That sounds awesome.
we had a meeting, everybody, that we would cut down on chatter, focus on gameplay. First 5 seconds in, I'm telling you about TikToks I saw 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well,
so,
now that's... Hey, Corny, talk to me real quick. I gotta make sure you're coming through.
Man's trying to eat. You're still muted, Corn.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I got you routed and everything. Cool, let's do it.
All right, so who has pulled up the living document to tell the viewers what happened like fucking 3 months ago, the last time we played? While you guys are looking that up, to anyone who's following along on YouTube, sorry, it'll probably happen again. Listen, I had more than one mental breakdown, and I'm not going to apologize for it because it's who I am as a person.
It's a feature.
I mean,
it's a feature,
we
not a
started
bug.
off the stream. We started off with like, yo, mental health matters. We're taking a week off. And so they should have expected this.
Yeah. It was really one of those things where it was like crisis after crisis after crisis all piled on right at the same time. So,
yeah.
You know.
Sanity matters. Don't push yourself. Shit happens. It's fine.
I tried to write an entire book in a month and...
It broke him.
Yeah. I'm still not done.
How do you do it?
I don't know if I ever... Rod, did you read my shit yet?
Oh, not yet.
Okay, so what happened last time is... Fuck, I don't know all these words.
Here, I'll do it. I'll do it. I got it. So, we left my kids with some hippies. That was like the main thing to catch you guys up to where we're trying to start here. We tree strode into a town that Barley recognizes, or not Barley.
Rhythm.
Frickin' Rhythm. Sorry, you guys are all Barley today. Let's see, what's his name? Hafter? Is that it?
Hafter,
Am I crazy?
Hafder, yeah.
Yeah, you know, all of us fell into this place. There was a little motion sickness for some people. And we went to a town, Keys? Chris?
Kies.
Yes.
Kies.
Keys. Give me a Keys. We met Stroman. I guess it's kind of like where we left off. We're still trying to find Zilvalar. That's our main goal. He's the bastard son of the previous monarch.
Say it one more time. The name?
Zilvalar.
Now say it with gusto.
Zilvalar.
There we go.
And apparently he knows a few of the Panzing songs. That's as far as we go. Yeah, Stroman knows.
Well, Zill's probably heard one or two, but
I'd heard some things about this one tabaxi.
And apparently Gaius bought a bunch of caltrops.
Oh yeah. Why? Why did I do that?
caltrops? Caltrops are one of the most underrated tools of war.
Bye-bye, horsies.
They are pretty darn useless.
No, they're...
What's that? Rough terrain plus you take damage?
They're wildly useful. You can fuck up an entire cavalry with caltrops.
Yeah, I got caltrops. That's fucking cool.
If you guys ever get charged by a cavalry...
Not if they levitate.
Alright.
Well, if there's a levitated cavalry, we're probably going to have to do something else. We're probably
There's
in
a
a lot of
levitating
trouble.
cavalry. You create levitating caltrops. The evolution of the sword and the shield. Huh? It can be, but it's more like Wrecking Ball's Ultimate.
All right, back on topic.
All right. So, couple of things to go over before we get started.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, there is no Christine here. That will be a thing for an unknown period of time. Viewers in the future, if you ever exist, Christine got a new job, and it has made scheduling this a lot harder. She still wants to be involved, but especially in the, when you get a new job, you try not to rock the boat too much, and scheduling's a whole thing. So when she's available, she'll be here. When she isn't, she won't. It's not rocket science. Fucking keep up, viewers. All right, it's not that complicated. So we're gonna be making some adjustments. Also, we think Dana isn't available because of school, but Rob's the only one who told us that. She hasn't told us anything yet, so she might not be here. So we've been making some adjustments. We might have someone coming in from Almora. We just have to talk schedule and characters and all that jazz. So you may see some weird things happening. Also, the intro video will change soon. I promise. It's wildly outdated. We've been talking about an idea for a while. It's just going to take some time to execute. And just to get this out of the way now.
Yes, Sarah.
When you so this is the DM. When you see this, you're speaking to Alias. Okay? Right? Okay, so here's DM. Right?
Square.
And there's Alias.
Circle.
We're good?
Hey, where did Brian
There
go?
we go.
This is 100%
What the fuck is that cat?
Office meme of it's the same.
Oh shit, Brian, what's up, man?
So, see, Corn's got the right energy. I need everyone to dial up to wherever the fuck he is.
COVID doesn't allow me to do that.
That's fair. Robbie's exempt.
Don't worry, I'll do double.
Can you not break everything behind me?
I was like, I'm not behind you. I don't know why I assumed that was
it's
me.
This asshole right here. His face is soaking wet, and he's just looking for something to knock over to get attention. Can you go lay down, please?
Sounds about right.
Thank you.
Is cat.
Yeah. So anyway, where were you guys? Were in Kies. You had spoken to Stroman.
We were in a bar, I think.
Okay.
I became a parakeet and sat on Stroman's shoulder.
Okay. So we'll just assume that that's where we left off, and if let's say 10 years down the road you're watching this and that's not where we left off, fuck it, it's canon now. Everything you watched for the last half of that episode doesn't matter. Sorry for wasting your time, except I'm not. So anyway, chances are we talked about nonsense the entire fucking time and got nowhere, so it doesn't really matter. You guys find yourself in the bar of Kies, and it was actually not a bar. Remember, it's a general store because Kies was too small to have.
Yes.
That. I remember that being a conversation. So, yes, you guys are sort of hanging out on, let's say, a seating area outdoors of the general store after purchasing, like a 6-pack or something like that, just getting to know each other, hanging out. When Alias appears before you, and he says, hey, so I have a favor to ask. I need to take your friend Vita here, and he kind of has to reach up because Vita is fairly tall. IRL is a nightmare and only likes Vita. So I'll be right back. Vita and Alias vanish.
The fuck?
Fascinating.
Huh.
See that
But-
shit? Where did he come from?
There's
Where did he go
another Alias right behind where that Alias was standing, and he goes, "Hey, how's it going?"
What the?
So,
Wizards, am I right?
listen, I know this is presumptive that Vita's willing, but you know how kids are. I'm losing these negotiations, and he wanted Vita. So I'm Alias 2. We kind of did a thing. We found some books. I want to say somewhere in like the third edition of Basic Magic, maybe third and a half, something like that. And it allows me to clone myself, but I have to take some of my skill and give it. I'm half of what I normally am.
So you're half the man you used to be. Got it.
Yeah, yes, and eventually I'll be whole again once I undo this. But since you guys don't have anyone doing what Vita typically does for you, I figured it was only fair. I'll follow you around for a while, shoot some magic at things if you need me, and then we'll figure out how to get IRL to behave in the meantime. So don't mind me. I'm here for support. Go ahead and do what you would normally do.
I immediately begin to read.
Fair enough.
As I see Barley do this, I'm gonna fly onto his shoulder and just kind of peck him a little bit and try to distract.
I don't, please.
Just keep your hands out of other people's pants for now.
Okay? It's been like 3 weeks, maybe. I don't even know if it's been that long.
You literally picked my pockets last time.
I still fly over to his shoulder and peck.
All right. So. Yes. So anyway, how do we get to Zilvalar?
Would I know that just from the fact that I read everything I can get? Or can I do a history check?
It's always weird doing a history check for current events.
Hadn't I thought of one or two towns that he might have been in?
That sounds familiar.
Because I knew this was like the port city where he would have come into. And I thought I knew like one or two major cities that might be on like the front lines.
Right.
That we were going to try to head in the direction of, but I can't recall the names. It was also very long ago and I have memory loss.
Amnesia. Old friend.
Why?
Why am I here?
I have an external hard drive that wants to be a silly little bitch right now.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Hello, silly little bitch.
All right, so while we're sitting there, I ask. Uh-oh, I'm forgetting names. This is not good.
Yep, Alias.
Age.
Stroman.
No. Rhythm. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I asked Bird Rhythm. Oh no, sorry. Actually, I asked Gaius. You were talking about going to a couple places, or was it just like a collective group conversation?
I'm a bird.
That's true. You can't talk.
Oh, hey, wait. I am a bird, but I'm gonna fly over onto Gaius's shoulder. Peck.
Why are you pecking me?
I'm gonna jump onto your head and peck your forehead.
Why are you doing this?
Peck.
Do I sense this is Morse code?
Roll
I'm
intelligence.
gonna fly
very
from
dumb right now.
Gaius's. I'm gonna peck on your forehead, and then I'm gonna fly over to Red and peck his forehead, and then fly back to Gaius and peck your forehead.
I'm just gonna.
I'm about to pet you.
I'm
I'm a bird. I'm gonna fly
I'm
the fuck
going
away.
to almost brush off the pecking. Many years around birds, it happens. You get used to it.
I know nothing.
Okay.
Dang it. Does anybody know where some rebellious elves might be? Rebelvish? I'm sorry, I can't. Okay, I'm having trouble like figuring out where the hell we are on the map because I don't have the Rio Valaris map saved for some dumb reason. But where are we? Upper corner, bottom. Are we near Iron Shore?
Kies is the farm town towards the center of the
Yes.
continent. I think my hard drive may have lost all of its data.
Oh no!
After I paid all that money to have that special thing to make it work. Yeah. That's no
good.
Solid states and NVMEs are good for so many rewrite cycles.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
And then after that, they poopy.
We're going to give it a shot here. I think it might...
Eject and reseed, I guess.
Eject and reseed. Whoa, now.
I said what I said.
I'm gonna wonder aloud to myself as Red and be like, why is Rhythm pecking people in the head?
Why is Rhythm pecking me in the head?
Stroman starts to say some inane shit about birds and what their pecking actually means, and then he goes into like the etymology of Rhythm's particular bird form.
Which is what bird? What bird are you?
I'm a budgie. I'm a parakeet.
Parakeet?
One of the blue ones.
They're fun to squeeze.
Don't squeeze the parakeet.
Fuck you.
I'm not gonna squeeze the parakeet.
Animal abusey.
I'm gonna shift back into my normal form and just look at Gaius and be like, Gaius, you can let us talk silently.
Oh.
Mind talk.
Oh.
You got the thing.
Oh.
And I could have not wasted my wild shape.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little.
No, it doesn't matter now. I was just trying to not waste my wild shape and stay as a bird for a little longer because flying is fun.
Flying is fun. And I'm very sorry that you're not a bird anymore.
So when you change back from animal to humanoid, does it hurt? Do you have any expensive sickness?
Have you ever gotten so drunk that you forgot your name?
I've actually never been drunk before.
Okay. Think of the worst headache you've had in your entire life, and then multiply that by 10, and it feels like that for like 3 seconds.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, but it's just 3 seconds, and then I'm back to being normal.
Pain is temporary.
Glory is overrated.
So, what are we doing, guys? This kid coming with us?
What kid?
I mean, you're welcome to. It's going to be interesting, to say the least.
Okay.
Why is
Yeah.
he even here?
Mm-hmm.
Because I ran into him when we were coming into town.
We run into lots of people going into lots of places. We don't bring them all with us.
Well, sometimes.
Oh, but I'm full of knowledge, and I can always recite things back to you. And if you're hurt, I like to help people when they're hurt. So that's always
Just
always a
people.
plus. And
Gotcha.
oh, and pets as well.
Okay.
No, I'm referring to the pet that is beside this gentleman here.
Beside
The
who?
little dragon thing? The little dragon thing?
He's not there.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, he's
no,
not?
he's
Okay,
flying
my bad.
off somewhere.
Yeah, he doesn't hang out with me unless he's needed. He's too cool.
Oh, my bad. Stroman says none of that. He's
I might say some of that. I must say that.
All right, sorry. So I think all of that is fucked.
Is that your whole everything for this?
Pretty much.
Ooh, ass.
Yeah, it's not great. I mean, I still have stuff elsewhere, like I've placed it in other places, and I can always go back and trace and redo things, but it is a pain in the dick. All right, sorry for the distraction. Thanks for ad-libbing while we did that. So yeah, where are you guys planning on going?
Well, our goal is to find Zilvalar and figure out like what exactly is the situation here. Really, we're trying to figure out like which demon may be manipulating things here, if any, and try to figure out like what's the deal.
Now, what gives you the impression that a demon is manipulating things?
We don't know. We don't know. That's just an assumption based on our past experience with upheavals.
Your past experiences with demons?
Devils. Sorry.
There we go.
Devils. Our devil stuff. Everything I said about demons, pretend I said devils. There you go.
Gotcha.
Where would, like, front lines of the Civil War be? Or, like, where would, the, like, stronghold, maybe, be?
Where the...
Or Zell, like, what town would he have been able to, like, get first?
So, we talked about this a little
I know
bit
this is diving into the stuff you don't really have, but, like...
I have it. It's in my head. I just don't have the maps is the problem. I have to redraw all those fucking maps now.
Oh, ass.
Yeah, it's a pain in the dick. Yeah, but if I want to have them in Wonder Draft, which is where I edit them, I have to redraw all of them. So, it's fine. There might be a way to get this stuff off. I don't know.
Yeah, hard drive recovery is a thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it, but it's something to maybe figure out. Anyway, so we covered this a little bit in the last session, but we'll go over it again because it's been a while. The western side of Valeris is where most of the Elvish and half-Elvish community lives, largely because of its proximity to Aora. So it's just a boat ride over. Naywin, Vulpa, Aeglir, and Embrium are sort of the primary places where elven communities are located. They are sort of...
Can you say those cities again?
I can. Naywin, Newyn, Naywin, Vulpa, Vulpa, Aeglir, Aeglir, and Imbrium, Imbrium.
IMBR what?
Imbrium.
Okay.
Are all where folks are most likely to live if you are Elvish in this country, because they're racist against elves.
All I heard you spell there was Natalie and Bruglia.
Yes. Campaign over, he figured it out. This was all a Natalie and Brugula thing. I don't know enough about her to even make a joke, honestly.
I have no idea what.
She was a 90s artist.
I don't know what's happening.
Hey,
Is that
Throwman, how long have you been in this town for?
I've been here for about 3 or 4 days. I've just kind of been wandering and making my way
downtown.
Walking slow because I've got plate mail. Shit. Sorry. I forget. I don't have a map in front of me, so I can't say which direction I was heading. Well, let's just say that I was heading north.
Okay. Good enough as anything else.
Any chance you've heard people talking around or seen in any kind of local paper any news about Naywin, Bulpa, Aegir, or Imbrium? I'm basically trying to assist with some kind of something. Narrowing his memory.
So I can't roll a history. Could I roll a intelligence?
Well, history is probably the closest thing we have. It's just weird to put it into that. Go ahead and do history. That's fine.
Okay. All right.
Does me narrowing the focus help in any way, assist-wise?
Sure.
So roll with advantage?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Bulbasaur.
Let's see. It's a 22 on the first roll and a 19 on the second. So 22.
Okay. And I'm sorry, what's the question specifically?
I was asking if he had heard any, like, particular news in town about any of these 4 cities. So is anyone talking about them, or are they pertinent because they're the headquarters of war?
Okay, yeah, so Stroman, you would have heard the more racist types in town complaining about all this started in Naywin.
Okay. Yeah, I do believe all this started in Naywin. It's what I believe I heard from some very rude people.
That sounds about right.
The people around here have usually been rude.
They kind of look at us funny. Maybe not me. Well, sometimes me. Look,
Gaius,
Yes, I'm sorry.
read the room, Gaius.
I know. We should probably head to new one. Sorry.
That's a new one.
No. So let's head there.
That sounds good. I'm gonna finish this chapter in the book if that's okay before we.
What time of day is it?
Middle.
I know you just put on your
It's
alias
fine.
glasses. I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's middle of the day-ish.
Okay.
What's the weather like?
It's storm's
Overcast.
coming in.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Alias goes, so this is one of the ways I might be able to help you guys. I can't do the straight teleportation thing anymore, being half of what I typically am, but I know the circles for most major cities, and anyone's one of them. If we can just go straight there.
Oh. Yeah, that's a lot better than sleeping it off until I can pop us through a tree again.
Yeah, that and there's a storm coming in. It would be terrible to just start walking.
I forget because it's been so long. The teleportation circle. He goes to the circle. He doesn't have to be on one in the first place.
Correct.
Yeah.
He just has to go to a circle. They can transport from circle to circle.
Right.
But you only need one in the landing location.
Right. Okay. So he goes he looks around at kind of the hickish atmosphere of the community. He goes, Stroman, is it?
Yes,
is
yes.
there anywhere private we could go?
Oh, yes. Let's see. There's a corner of the local. We didn't have a library. It just had what did it have? Did it have a library?
There were shrines. They're basically religious areas that would probably keep some books.
Okay. Yes, I was at one about 3 blocks back, and it was pretty vacant.
We'll say that you went to the Shrine of Urdir, the quiet god of the sun. The Shrine of Amaeth is an agriculture god. I doubt they had a ton of books, so maybe a few, but not as many as you would be interested in. All right, so yeah, we'll go back there. And he goes, I know this is maybe a little strange, but just low profile's as good as any. Just make sure no one comes in. I need to do some preparation for best.
Oh, no problem.
So basically, he finds like a stone porch on the back of the shrine and pulls out some chalk and starts drawing sigildry and all that shit. It'll take him a few minutes if you guys have anything to discuss before you jump in.
While he's drawing, I'm going to look at Stroman and be like, I know we only met like 10 minutes ago and it only happened because we walked into you. So sorry about that again. We're kind of in some shit and I don't know who you are and what you do or anything like that. So like, you're welcome to not follow us if you don't want, but at the same, I mean, we're good people. We haven't actually seen a new face in a little while, so let's smack Farley on the back of his head.
We try.
I'm kind of wandering by myself, and it would be nice to have at least someone to impart my knowledge on, because it's just really strange talking to rocks and trees, telling them
rocks and trees are sometimes better company. Just saying.
They don't give me weird looks. That is true.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I've got that weird thing where my helmet face mask just keeps falling over, and so I have to.
That's a nice touch.
You might have like a bolt or something, the next town's a little bigger. Maybe we can see if they can tighten that up so it doesn't quite do that as much.
Yeah, I kind of used to be handy with tools, but I kind of broke them all, and the armor itself is a little weird. Yeah, I'll just have to find some time to get someone else to do it. I just don't do that anymore. Immediately, I have a flashback of artificer stuff, and I shake my head and go, "Oh God."
Alias finishes his drawing and says some words, and this bluish purple arcane energy kind of radiates from the circles. He looks around a little paranoid, and he goes, "All right, Naywin, we're going, Naywin."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He ushers Barley in, Gaius, Red, Rhythm, and then he grabs Strowman real fast and he goes, unsolicited advice. People who are good typically don't have to say that they are, and then just kind of shoves him into the teleportation circle.
As he does, I go, "What the?"
And then he follows you guys in. You find yourselves in a much cooler city, closer to the coast. There's a breeze. It's also fairly far north. So think, I don't know, Cape Cod-ish style.
Look, Brian, we get it. You
environment.
want to move to Maine.
Well, I'm trying to think of somewhere that's cold and oceany. The other options,
Maine.
Seattle. Fuck them though. I guess. Well, fuck Portland too. So, Cape Cod. That's my best option
Portland,
right now.
Maine.
Anyway, you are in the middle of basically the market. You look around, significantly more elvish people there, who are not really alarmed by your arrival, but as people get a look at you, they're like, "Huh, that's not the group we typically see," kind of thing, and then just move about. It's not a huge deal, but there's like a "huh," and then they move on. There are stands and shops sort of all over the place. It's not huge. We're talking a town of maybe 7,000-8,000 people, but it's a little bustling area for elvish folks on the Valerian coast. So.
I'm just gonna look around and be like,
any like signs of battle in this city at all? Just
Nope.
I'm just gonna look around and go, well, this is a change.
well,
I'm just gonna
find a gathering place of people.
So I'm just gonna look at Alias. You don't have to say anything. I was just gonna look at him.
Lead the way, guys.
I have
Alright,
no idea where I am.
Do I see any signs of a tavern or something like that?
Well, let's see. He starts kind of rattling stuff off, and this is my way of introducing you to the city a little bit more. So we've got the Emeron Ward. They've got the Celestial House, but it's haunted, and I think you had a problem with that once already, so we're going to avoid that. There's the Idax Ward, but I think the only thing there's ruins. If you want to camp out, it's a decent place. Weave Stalis stays there. He does a lot of instructional stuff. There's Arul Village, mostly craftsmen. You know what? Honestly, Celestial House may be your best bet. I don't think this one's actually haunted, for what it's worth. That was a lot of people do that for business, but yours just happened to be true.
Well, shit.
Yeah. Want to meet another ghost, Gaius?
I guess I can add.
Curse Part 2. It couldn't be worse.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, another.
So, hey, Gaius, raise your ghost hand.
This is my ghost hand. It looks like a regular hand.
That arm didn't exist a couple months ago.
Huh.
Yeah, it's been chopped
You
off
know,
for a while, and then I got cursed. Now I got a new arm.
that doesn't seem like a curse.
There's a little girl
You know
that
that
lives
whole
into
saying, a blessing and a curse?
There's a
Yeah.
little girl. There's a little
Blurst.
Korean girl in my arm.
That's exactly what I was just thinking. I'm a little Korean girl.
It's a bit confusing.
Honestly, Sarah, put this in the living document or make a note somewhere where it'll actually happen. We need a shirt that's a drawing of guys that says a little girl lives in my arm.
Yeah.
Well,
A little dead girl lives in my arm.
And I'm gonna look at Strom and be like, that's actually the most normal thing about all of us.
yeah.
Kind of.
I turn and look and I go to what's his name?
Alias.
I'm getting old.
Alias or
Alias,
okay.
yeah. I look at Alias and I go, I fucked up. I have fucked up.
Well, look, you're only 100 or so miles north of where you started. You could bail now.
I take out a gold coin and flip it.
Okay.
And then I catch it and I go, ah, shit. All right, I'm staying.
Yes. I mean, this, and he looks to Rhythm, then looks to Barley and kind of shakes his head, and then looks to Gaius and looks to Red and he goes, "You, who is this guy?"
I mean, they were like, "Oh, he looks like he could be cool," and so they were like, "Just he can come along." And I was like, "Well, we don't even know this guy, but here we are." His name is Stroman. He knows a lot of stuff. Still trying to get a read myself, but everybody else was just kind of just swooning over, just kind of taken aback, and just like, "Yes, come with us."
Now, and he like sort of huddles with Red a little bit and like puts his back to you guys, and he's like, "Isn't like half of the problems you guys had so far come with introducing new people to?"
Yes, that's
okay.
Yes.
He like puts his hand back and holds Barley at an arm's length. Like,
yeah, and yeah, that's why I was like, "Why are we?" That's why I was asking questions. But I mean, I'm only one person. Okay. The other skeptics in the group are off doing other things now.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Good talk. And he turns back around and he goes, "So Stroman, glad you're here."
And I'm like, "Yeah. Oh, thanks for having me. It's great, you know."
Yeah. You're not, and the crazy question here, a devil by chance, are you? Have to tell me if you are.
It's the law.
I am not.
It's the law.
Alias, this isn't like castle guards. They don't have to tell you that they are if you ask.
But he said it's the rules,
it's
and
the rules.
So
it's the rules.
So
Rhythm.
Yes, I am. No, I'm pretty tame. I'm not a devil or anything like that.
Okay, good. Now, and just was the royal court mage for Beckon until I kidnapped a child and took it to a pocket dimension. So been around the block.
It's not as bad as he makes
now,
it sound.
Hang on.
We saved them from being sacrificed.
All Stroman heard was pocket dimension, and his eyes got wide.
Hang on now, Stroman. You say you're not a devil, but are you a devil for details?
Kind of beating me to it here. Now, we're not talking about devil like in the figurative sense, and not even the stretch of the sense like a bad person, but I mean literally someone who is typically an inhabitant of one of the 9 hells.
No. I've never been there. Although my mother-in-law, I don't have one of those.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that seemed. But it was a good joke.
I've been trying that out lately, and it's not going well. But thank you, I appreciate it.
Sometimes the failure is in and of itself humorous, I've found. So, you know.
Yeah, I was welding armor one time, and it a little bit too much pop, if you know what I mean. And I grew a finger back. It was cool.
Oh,
Okay.
you're gonna fit
So-
right in.
That's what I'm worried about.
Let's head over to the Celestial House. I've got a couple of things to take care of, and I'll meet you there. But you should, crazy idea, get to know each other since apparently you're traveling companions now. I'll find you there. Okay, bye. And he just sort of like backs away, robes flowing behind him, and vanishes into the crowd.
Well, that was fun. Okay, thanks, Alias.
Well, let's find this celestial house.
Yeah, it would have been nice if he gave us directions before he just disappeared, but I guess we'll find it.
You have keen mind. He did tell you it was in the Emeron ward.
Oh, he did. Okay, cool.
So you could just, hey, point us in the direction of the Emeron ward, and someone would.
Hey, point us in the
Fucking
direction of
tourist.
the Emerald Ward. I say to
Yeah, so,
somebody who passes by.
yeah, and Elf points you there, and as they walk away, you hear fucking tourists.
That checks out.
Mm.
Checks out.
He's lucky I'm not in my younger days, or I would have been fighting words.
Hey, Red.
Yeah.
Any chance you might be able to ask Herschel to do a like aerial view for us?
Yeah, I can always do that.
Just see if he notices anything fishy.
Yeah. What do I need to roll for him to see that?
So you're summoning him,
Yes.
correct? Is there a description on how he's summoned?
I got you. Hang on.
What a power morpher.
Yeah, I got a thing, and I do this.
Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry, no, it's.
There's like a lot of blurry stuff in the background.
Hang on.
I think you were thinking of Beetleborgs.
Yeah. I'm fucking everything up. Hang on. Yeah, it just
Big
I
bad
can just
Beetleborg.
summon him. It doesn't really like say like what do I have to do it? It just says, yeah, you tell him to come on, and he comes on.
Okay, so we'll say that he sort of like in an effervescent puff forms out of some smoky. What color is he's black because he was a panther. So a black smoke comes through, and one guy in the crowd turns and looks and just screams. He's like, "What the dragon!" and just takes off running in another direction.
I'm gonna just go. It's just a drake.
I turn to the dragon and
Well,
like
it's a drake.
It's a drake. It really is a drake.
Drake.
Yeah.
So I turn and I like get ready to fight, and then I see that no one else is reacting, and yeah, that's fine. Put my shield back.
Oh, this is Herschel.
Hello, Herschel.
The dragon just continues.
Drake.
Yeah, I said that. Shut up, bitch.
He said it. I heard him say it.
I got COVID. My brain's bad. But yeah, he just continues to scan, and as you say that, like, as he's scanning, his eyes just meet yours for a second, and continues to scan as I give him a nod, and he just flies up.
All right, roll perception for Herschel.
Okay. Oh, fuck. I gotta remember how that works with him
19.
now, because he's a fucking dragon. A drake. Shut the fuck up. I said that.
I feel like you didn't say.
Rob, you of all people should shut the fuck up.
Oh, hey, Rob.
Oh.
You know what I'm gonna say, so don't.
Quit fucking.
Okay?
There's 3 things that you could say.
No, now it's a threat. Now it's a threat. Do you want me to say it or not, Rob?
Say it.
Yeah, see, drink companion stat block. Alright. pull that shit up.
There we go. I redeemed a birthday message, guys.
Yay!
Son of a
Hey,
bitch.
happy birthday, Rob.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, there we go. So I'm doing. You said perception. All right, hang on. I gotta do drugs.
Now, is there anything that you were instructing him to look for specifically, or just lay of the land?
Lay of the land, I guess, because no one. That's all Rhythm was asking me for.
Okay.
Rhythm. You gotta be more specific.
Wisdom. Okay.
Also, Rhythm. Can I pat
Yeah.
your head?
Well, that's
Fuck
not
you.
good, that because that was a nat 1. So.
Okay. We'll say that Herschel gets up there and sees a lot of, on the perimeter of town, the town guards starting to get uneasy and like reaching for bows, and he's like, "Yeah, fuck that." Drops right back down.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's valid.
I'm gonna look at Rhythm and go, "You trying to get him killed?"
No, I'm just trying. I already wasted one flying form. I didn't want to.
Yeah, well now so have
do
I.
it myself. Okay, I'm gonna become a. Fuck, I'm gonna be a parakeet again because they're tiny.
Fucking budgies.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly up and do a lap around the city.
Man, fuck budgies.
No, Rob,
There are
don't do
people
that.
now, because I'm assuming you guys are like sort of standing still so that you could wait for Herschel and stuff. There are people in like windows, like pulling back their curtains, looking at what's going on because they heard screaming. People
I
who are just
imagine
kind
we
of like
were walking, talking.
Okay. Even still, the screaming drew attention. There are people kind of like watching, and then you turn into a parakeet, and they're like, roll perception.
Don't worry, we're from the circus.
16?
Okay. To the west, you see, maybe an hour or two's walk outside of town, the ocean. This is not a town built directly, on the coast, but close enough that it can receive shipments and stuff. The south, you see a small bay sort of coming in with a coastline.
What about a town name?
I'm sorry?
A sign with a town name.
He's too high for that. She's too high
But
for
you
that.
can't fly that high.
She's getting. Parakeet can go up like a good, probably quarter mile.
A quarter mile?
Yeah. These are tropical birds and giant trees. They go up pretty fucking high. Sarah, Google it. You're the animal person.
Because you're the animal person. You're the horse girl.
I just also know parakeets are hard as fuck to catch.
Yeah, it's true.
Don't catch them.
Not if you have an electric net.
Well, yeah. You see out to the north a small, compared to the Elgor Mountains that you've seen, but still decent little mountain range. Out to the east, you see, some rivers, rolling hills, that kind of stuff. Directly below you, you see an asymmetrical town that was obviously kind of built around the core area where you guys teleported into. There's an area that looks more industrial, an area that looks more residential, and then there's probably the area that's what you're looking for, a little ways off toward the north of where you guys are.
Okay.
Twice as high.
That's exactly what I was about to do. That's not surprising.
Yeah.
Well, what's the answer? Okay, good to know. I got something to do tomorrow.
Whoops. Don't be like me.
That's plenty of information. All right. You have a guess. You have a guess as to where to go, Rhythm. What would you like to do?
I'll fly back down to the group and drop form.
Okay.
We gotta go that way.
Oh, so the way that guy was pointing? Gotcha.
What was this all for?
It was, in fact, the way that guy was pointing.
At least we got the lay of the land, right?
You would hope.
So,
never ask me to do shit again. I know I did this of my own accord. No one asked me to, but shh.
You asked you to do it.
I did.
You guys make your way north, and there's sort of like the main gate in. So where the port is to the south and the west, this is to the north and the east. That's sort of the mainland gate where like land travelers and stuff would come through. You sort of see that off in the distance, and not too far from that, there is probably the largest looking tavern. You see a sign, the fancy name for which I cannot remember, where they hang out, and they've got a little thing, and you see a star called with the words on it. It says Celestial House. It's faded blue paint on it. People sort of standing around outside, nursing steel tankards of something. But there's also playbills on the side of it. You see some other people in pretty decent clothing sort of waiting in line outside of a ticket box kind of thing.
That's all about.
Are we near those people? Are we walking towards them?
You're walking
As we
toward
walk
them. Yeah.
towards them, if we get close enough, I'm gonna kind of lean in and I'm gonna just go, "What's playing?" to one of the people in line.
One turns around and says, it's what did I say that was? The Frank and the Fluff, something like that.
Oh, that one. Do you know if this one has Do you know if this one has Keanu Reeves in it?
No, I don't think he comes out of the big cities. He's probably down in Beacon, that one. Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, but no. Here's the thing. So that's part of a tour straw. I heard it. I can't remember the bloke's name who's actually playing it, but I heard he hangs dong.
Well, I mean, if he hangs dong, I mean.
Yeah, that's why so many. You see those ladies over there? They dress real nice. That's why they're lined up. They typically don't come to a place like this.
Yeah, but I mean, when you hang dong, you hang dong. I mean, say no more.
That's exactly right. I mean, look. It's not for me, right? What some men are into if they want to see a dong hanging, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little curious myself. Just kind of want to see what a man's dong looks like.
I mean, you always want to compare yourself to the best. You know, you gotta know where you stand.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say
sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it isn't what you hoped, but you know, I mean.
Right. It's a healthy curiosity. That's all it is.
And
it's
most
a liberal-minded view.
And at least for me, most of the times it's a humbling. It keeps you humble.
Sure. Well, you know, not for me, obviously. But
well, yeah, obviously.
Sure.
For you, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you recognizing that.
Yeah. No, that's why I asked you in the first place. I could tell.
Yeah. You're an all right sort. You know that.
Thanks, man. Hey, real quick, one more thing. Just because I'm really bad. How do you pronounce the name of this town?
Nailed.
Thank you. I didn't want to be that guy that comes in and be like, is this knee wine or something? And then everybody gets mad because that might be like a slur or something. I don't want to.
Yeah, no, we hear that all the time. These fuckers from Kias come in, they don't know how to say the name. No, you pronounce it like if a horse were a bad actor and they didn't know when their line was.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. Nay,
yeah.
nay
No, I
win.
know. I got it, man. I 100%. I see everything that we're doing here with the.
Or like if a real old-fashioned bloke was saying that didn't actually happen, but also when are you saying that it happened? You'd be like, nay, when?
Yeah, no, I totally. Yeah, man. I appreciate you, man. Hey, look, man.
Yeah.
If I'm not able to get myself in there, let me know if he hangs on.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Guys, I have no idea what this means.
It'd be
Making
No,
new
no, no,
friends,
no,
Rhett?
no.
It-
Don't explain it. I don't want to know. You'll kill the magic. I need the magic to stay alive. I don't have a whole lot
Another
going
way-
in my life.
another way to know how to say the name of this town is like if you're trying to guess the end of every feel-good play where there's some kind of competition, you say, and they win.
Yeah, no, I got you. Gotcha.
I'll think of some more. It's,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, no, if you do, let me know because I could use all of the examples I get just to make sure.
I gotta wait in
Yeah.
line.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Nothing to do.
but hey, whatever helps the time go by.
So you guys aren't here to see the
No,
play.
no. We have a few other things to attend to.
You're staying in the tavern.
I'm not in charge of our accommodations.
Middleman, yeah.
Is there a place I should be?
I'm gonna say over his shoulder, probably.
Yeah. It's the only really good place in town you want to stay. I mean, it's a little bit loud around showtime, but otherwise it's a decent place. And some of the places closer to the docks, you probably don't want to be there.
I feel you. I mean, I appreciate the insight. I always appreciate a local not completely writing off a passerby or a passer through in this case. I'm not here to, buy up your housing and drive up your prices with out of town money. So, just here to, it's
That's rather specific.
yeah, but fuck.
You know what? I appreciate you said that. And let me just also say, please don't open up a bunch of breweries.
Oh, I don't drink, so there's no way that's happening.
Oh, well, you'd be surprised. There's good money in it, but it kind of comes in and fucks up a whole
You're
neighborhood.
right.
So.
Hey, real quick question. Has a group of musicians come through here named King Lizard and the Gizzard Wizard?
Yeah, never heard of them. No.
Pretty good. Yeah, you should check them out.
Oh, I love that band.
Yeah. You think we should get them to come to the playoffs?
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah. What kind of music would you say this Royal Lizard plays?
I would say it's the kind of music that literally can change worlds and have drastic effects on the machinations of the future.
Oh no, yeah, we don't want to do that here. Yeah. I mean, we're not quite a small town, but we're not like big enough to be into the experimental stuff yet.
100% understand, my man. 100%.
Keep it simple, keep it classy. Have a good time, but like don't change the world, right?
Yeah, no, I get it, man. Just that blue collar, just straight ahead stuff.
Very into the status quo here. That's what we're doing.
Anybody been playing any of those the weird it's their like songs about somebody named Panzink?
Oh yeah, we've heard about Panzink here. She comes in the port sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting out of this town now.
Yeah, she sings the song. She'll fix a couple of things for us around here. She's an odd little fruit, right? But she can fix anything we've got broken in town.
Yeah, I have heard stories about that. This
Great
this
with
one
her
right here
hands.
beside me used to be broken as well.
I'm gonna murder you, Red, in your sleep. Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta get on our way and get our stuff going, man. But you know, if I have time,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
great
if
talking
I
to
have
you.
time later on, I might try to hop in if I can to the show during one of the.
Oh, be careful. Don't make sure you go ahead and get a ticket now if you want to do that. They get really upset when you go without a ticket.
Well, I'll see what happens. You know, I mean, I may have to go to tomorrow's showing or one of the later
That's
ones,
fair.
but
Well, it's already a line for this one. Who knows if you
right,
even get
yeah, 100%, man. This is no, y'all
no.
more would have devolved into dick jokes and farts by now.
Yeah,
and beans.
Yeah.
There were no beans. There were no beans.
I pissed on a man in Almora last week, so or 2 weeks ago.
Whenever that was.
He did.
Yeah. Roll sleight of hand. You just barely like there are a lot of close calls where the I don't want to say noble, but like well dressed person like kind of keeps talking to the person beside them. And you think they're going to look at you, but roll another d20.
4.
You get 5 gold pieces out of their pocket.
That what you just do?
You roll perception if you don't.
I'm gonna
if you
roll
don't roll
for perception.
If you don't roll higher than a 20, you don't know he did it.
I rolled a high 14.
Yeah, you had no idea. So yeah, you guys see that there's like the ticket booth area, and then around the side, opposite of where you approached, there's like a whole other door that goes into the tavern inn style area. This is sort of the one-stop entertainment shop of this town for most people coming through.
Sounds about right. Okay.
They make bank. Got it. Anyway, let's get our accommodations sorted out.
Yeah. So let's see. I forget who runs this fucking place.
Is it part of the thing?
Part of what thing?
What you had on your little hard drive?
No. I keep all of that stuff. I keep on Obsidian. Please sponsor us, where I can access it just about anywhere I want to because I pay them $10 a month to have cloud-based hosting. No, the only thing that I really lost was my resume, but actually I got that the other day, so I think I barely saved that. Mm-hmm. I think it's in my email now. And maps, a shit ton of maps. So I think everything else is available somewhere else. And honestly, the maps, Wonderdraft does make it easy so you can put images in there and trace over shit. So it won't take forever to redo. It's just a pain in the dick to redo. Like it's doable. It just sucks. So no like catastrophic loss. Just like I would rather kill myself than do it again lost. And for viewers who don't understand, I want to kill myself at the slightest inconvenience. So this is virtually no pain at all. I have the will to live of a piece of fucking Scott tissue paper. So
he's
none. It's weak as shit.
Pretty much.
Someone doesn't use their fucking turning signal in traffic. I'm like, well, it's over. Time to fucking call it quits. I can't handle this anymore. So, anyway, the guy running the Celestial House is a halfling man named. Why the fuck did I write this name so complicated? Frishai. Frichye. He has a narrow face, which is weird for a halfling because typically they got chubby cheeks, with golden hair and large blue eyes. He's got an old scar sort of like down the side of his head, and as you guys walk in, he's kind of scratching it, and he like stops real fast when he's just, hello there.
Hello there.
What can I do for you this evening?
We're looking for accommodations.
Oh, you've come to, in my humble opinion, the best place in town you could have come to. So,
On a scale of 1 to 10, how haunted is it?
oh, it's the most haunted place in town, I assure you. See, here's the
Aw.
thing. Let me tell you. Would you guys like drinks? I'll take you over. Can I get drinks for any of you?
Yes, sure. Give me a
Okay.
water, juice, whatever.
Okay. Something non-alcoholic.
Yeah, I'm trying to cut back.
Okay. For the rest of your companions.
I will also have something non-alcoholic if that's okay.
Okay.
Between the little one, I point at Barley, and me, can we get doubles since they're not?
Absolutely, you can. Yes.
Yeah.
Just give me whatever non-alcoholic you have that's not ridden with bacteria.
Yeah. No. Well, nothing here is ridden with bacteria. I assure you that. So, and he's like sort of ushering you over to a table, and he goes, "So, a long time ago, there was a performer in our theater, this very humble building, who fell in love with a girl, but he was horribly disfigured in a fire, and." He thought that surely she would not love him back. We called him the Phantasm of the musical, and every
I
now
already got it. I had it before you even said it.
Oh, you've heard of us. So you've heard of the Phantasm.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how pleased I am to know that our reputation precedes us then. And might I say, you are in for a treat to stay here tonight.
Can I pay extra for your least haunted room?
Well, that is an extra charge, so yes, you can.
I mean,
why would it be
okay,
extra? Can I roll insight?
I'll just take
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
haunted one. Fuck it.
Gaius. Technically speaking, it did you good last time, so.
I don't want another arm.
But
All right.
3-armed Gaius.
I got an
That
18.
would be
Okay.
cool.
Pretty easy to figure out that this is just a guy who's very interested in making a profit and will do kind of whatever he needs to do to get that profit. So
Wait,
Okay.
Gaius, what if the ghosts cancel each other out and you go back to only having one arm?
Well, yeah, magic blade, so I could probably cut a ghost if I need to. Alright, I'll just take a regular haunted room. I don't care.
okay, well, suit yourself. I just hope that you're able to sleep tonight. I'll go get those drinks for you. And he shuffles off behind the bar. You guys just gonna sit there awkwardly at the table talking, staring at each other like this, or?
Guys, I'm very disappointed.
I mean,
I think this guy's full of shit about the ghost.
yeah.
Oh,
This is just a tourist trap, basically.
oh. Okay, cool. I hope he doesn't do
Um,
something shitty, like have like some sort of sound system that to make.
You ever heard of that Pepper's ghost thing where there's a projection and like sand drops and you can see ghosts? That like it's probably just one of those shits. So sometime in the middle of the night your bed's gonna shake and you're gonna hear something or see something and...
God damn it.
But it's just fake. It's just...
Yeah, but I want to go to sleep.
mirrors.
I just want to be asleep. I came here to sleep, not to encounter things. This is why we don't have to take turns staying up.
this is why we should just camp out. Like, I gave up fighting, but again, if we just camped out, you wouldn't have to deal with ghost rooms.
Yeah, but then we have to stay up, take turns, do shit like that, and now we're dealing with Alias over here trying to say something. What do you guys say?
So Alias shuffles in, ropes behind him. He has like some parcels he's shoving into his cloak, and he goes, hey, did this guy say anything about a ghost thing?"
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry about that. Hey, Free Shy. And he goes over and he goes, "Oh, Master Alias." And he goes, "Hey, how up to date on current events are you?" And he goes, "Oh, well, I try to stay a worldly man. How are things in Beacon, by the way?" And he goes, "Outstanding. That's what I wanted to know. We're going to put this on the Beacon bill, bill it to the throne, if you don't mind. And we're just going to let Ree pay for this one. This is a business trip, and we're not doing any of the shenanigans, okay?" And he goes, "Alias for you, anything. One of my best customers here. How do you know each other?"
Complicated. Very, very complicated.
I read books.
"Oh, university students it is." And Alias goes, yeah, so yeah, just send the invoice to Ree. We'll take care of it. We've kind of on an urgent thing. So, anyway, yeah, water, please. And he goes, "Oh, of course. And he shuffles back. So Alias is with you guys again.
Hey,
where have you been?
Aren't you still kind of hanging low?
Yeah, no, he knows me, and it would be more alarming if I told him all the stuff, and if I didn't do what I just did. Also, free room, so.
Yeah, but like, I guess they snail mail the invoices then? Like, it's not going to be a magic thing, and they're going to figure out you're here, like, tomorrow, and we're going to have to run away.
There's nothing magic about this place, don't worry.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I knew the ghost was fake, but, like...
No, there's, an embassy in Delcia, and they send it there, and it will be weeks before they even know that this happened. It's fine. Okay. Also, it's funny to me, so.
Yeah, no, Reed deserves to pay for things every once in a while.
Yeah.
This is utter bullshit.
Yeah. Well, and what's great about it is she will send very valuable troops to come find me a very long distance in the middle of a civil war. It will cause chaos, and that's funny.
So speaking of current events and all that bullshit, got any idea where we're gonna find the ringleader of this whole Civil War shit? Because that's kind of what we're trying. We should have just asked you before we had you teleport us somewhere. But like, this was the first place I thought he might actually be.
I already found him.
Huh?
Yeah, no, he's in the Idax Ward. That's where I figured he would be.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's an old castle there. They don't use it anymore. Ruined. Again, ghost stories, monsters, all kinds of stuff. Really good place for underground people too. I actually thought about using it myself and figured that locals would have already set up camp there, and they had. So I'll show you tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
He kind of owes us a favor. Big one at this point. So.
Where are we at in the day right now?
Late afternoon.
Okay.
Want to go see a show?
No.
Oh, come on. Alias.
Alias,
but
it's just right next
door. How would we better spend our time?
Yeah.
That
hands to yourself, please.
What do you think happens at shows?
Apparently theft.
It's very obvious when someone's not doing that. You know that, right? The
It's
small
very
ones.
obvious
Marley.
that you're.
You'll get arrested.
Speaking as someone who has had to sit through countless court plays, the children running around are the one thing you can't notice. You can't not notice. Yeah.
Are they playing a musical about the phantasm of the musical?
No, the playbill said the Frank and the Fluff.
What the fuck is that?
They keep talking about the Frank being some guy's actual penis. I don't want to see that.
Oh, is that what hanging dong means?
I have now pulled out whatever book I've had, and I am like just.
You got another one of those?
Don't let Brian and me go
No,
off on
no.
a quick discussion with the NPC. That too.
Guys, if you let us go off on penis jokes, we'll ride that dong all day.
All right.
So,
We can keep going and there's no end in sight.
I think we should.
We could really rail this joke into the ground.
I feel like this won't be the only never-ending hole we go down.
Anyway, you asked what we could be doing to better spend our time. Familiarizing yourself with the history of this community, that's going to be pretty important to Zill.
I was referencing my butthole.
I'm on that.
Yeah. Yes, you were.
Wow. Just.
There are some herbs that, when ground up and mixed with water so that it becomes aromatic, you can sniff it and it will relax that area. We call them poppers, colloquially, but a lot of risk associated with that. Maybe not worth doing.
Are they part of the 11 herbs and spices?
No, there's actually an arcanum that keeps that fairly secret, and I would talk any more about it for a little while. We are not in a condition to take them on.
Guys, Almora. That is Almora thing. Come on.
His name is actually Lieutenant Sandstoners.
No. This is not canon. I demand it not be canon.
You don't get to make those choices, guys.
I am demanding it. I'm not making the choice. I'm demanding that the choice be made.
What's the
where
consequence?
it's not canon.
We already don't.
we already don't see the TikToks.
That's already. That is the.
That's
base
already where we're at.
Yes.
No, there's not. Is there? There's no possibility.
There is a possibility.
Hey guys, before we jump off on this, let's take a quick break at the halfway point, and then we'll come back and try to learn some history of this of everything happening. Well, that's gonna take at least 3 streams, so we'll do that later. We'll be right back, everybody.
Hey everybody, it's me, your DM for Almora RPG, Brian. We're taking a break right now. Some of us are probably going to use the bathroom, get a snack. Sarah's probably having a mental breakdown. I want to take this moment to make sure that we remind you to hit the follow button if you haven't already. If you'd like to continue seeing us play Dungeons & Dragons in my homebrew world. Monday nights at 7 p.m. we're playing Dungeons & Dragons in Almora. That's a homebrew world. It's 100% created by me for this group of people. On Friday nights we get together and just talk about stuff. It's a disaster, usually. It's worth watching. It's one of those kind of train wreck situations. You really want to tune in for that. That starts at 8 p.m. on Friday nights. In upcoming Wednesdays, or maybe by the time you're seeing this video, it will have already started. Robbie is going to be hosting his own sessions in Almora, which is a Guy Fieri-based homebrew world that he's been working on. Also, probably a disaster. Totally worth watching. And then here and there, we'll play video games just as we have time. Take a moment to hit subscribe, especially if you have Prime. You can do a Prime subscription. It doesn't cost you anything, and we get supported that way. We also have a link tree in our thing down here. We've got YouTube if you want to catch up on the old episodes. We have Instagram, we've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. We also have Buy Me a Coffee if you don't want to do a subscription on Twitch. I think it's $3. It just sends us a little bit of support. And what we're trying to use that for is to help grow the channel. Allie is someone who does most of our social media and a lot of our other behind-the-scenes work, and we're trying to work together as a group to bring in enough money to get her a better computer, because hers is... it's doing pretty poorly. We are trying to help Sarah out with another computer because she's the one that she's had since college back in 2011, and she is our digital design person. She'd like to continue doing artwork for us and that kind of stuff, and we want to support her in doing that. It also goes to pay for subscriptions. We use D&D Beyond, we use Fantasy Grounds, and eventually we would like to get to the point to where it's paying us to continue doing this for you guys. I spend way more time than I probably should writing for this world, not just for the campaign, but I'm also working on side projects, short stories, and things like that. We've got Robbie, who spends a ton of time setting up the tech for this, making sure that the stream is run clear and that you guys can hear everything. Everyone's kind of pulling in and using their own resources to do this, and your support helps us do that even better. So if you like what you're seeing, you want to continue to support stream, there are tons of ways to do it. There's probably a good few more minutes before we will be back and ready to continue whatever we're doing at this moment. It's probably stupid, but funny nonetheless. We will be back in a few minutes. You'll see a screen. Just sit here, take a break, go use the bathroom, get a snack for yourself. I don't know, check on your mom, see how she's doing. Your partner? You got cats? Anyway, we'll be back in a few minutes.
Robbie's racist.
What?
Robbie said green Hawaiian punch wasn't real Hawaiian punch.
I mean, that's just a fact.
Racist!
What? What?
Yeah.
That's the Ecto Cooler High
Isn't
C.
it just dyed green?
That's just the High C Ecto
If
Cooler,
not
the
Hawaiian
Ghostbusters one.
punch, why it say Hawaiian punch on jug?
What exactly is a punch? Punch is just a mixed drink without the alcohol. That's a spike punch.
Does that make Dr. Pepper? Does that make Dr. Pepper a punch?
It's 23 flavors and then some.
Yeah, there are 23 fake flavors.
That's
Not real flavor.
But it's still a mixed drink without the alcohol.
No,
Also,
I would say that it's its own.
I would say that it's a good drink for lunch.
You would have to pour it into another soda.
Cheerwine is the best
Are you
shit
trying
in the
to tell
fucking
me?
world.
Are you trying to tell me that
God.
Royal Crown Cola isn't actually royalty? No, what you need, Allie, is you need some cherry lemon sundrop.
Oh.
Yeah, Cheerwine.
See, everybody
superior.
who lives in like the 3 counties where they serve cherry lemon sundrop is like, oh shit. Cause there's only like 3 fucking counties that I've ever been able.
It's just cherry sundrop. The lemon's already
Yeah.
implied with sundrop.
They call it that though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've only been able to ever find it in like 3 counties.
It's literally sundrop with cheerwine in it.
Pretty much, yeah.
That is the flavors that they use.
Pro tip.
You could mix them.
But it's like 2 parts sundrop, 1 part cheerwine.
And the color gets a bit off. Yeah.
Right.
All right, where
Yeah, just drink it out of a can.
Where were we before this.
Once upon a time, I
The
was.
celestial house.
Okay, guys, I
So,
think
guys, what do you?
that we should spend time learning about what is happening in this area and why there's a civil war.
That's weird.
I mean,
Such a race.
isn't part of it that wasn't there a thing that he thinks he should be the rightful heir,
Because he's the bastard son of the previous leader.
but
and he's-
racism?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, it wouldn't hurt to get some better understanding. This whole thing.
Wonder where we should start.
I mean, Alias can just tell you basically. It's just worth having a
Alias,
conversation
tell
about.
us.
So,
Do the Alias thing where you know pretty much everything because you're like smart.
You're a nerd. That's what he's telling you.
So,
Strowman goes, there's nothing wrong
yeah.
with that.
Long history of hate for elves and half elves in the royal family. But the current monarch's father had a penchant for. I think when I walked in, you guys were talking about long dark holes. That was his thing, and it got him into trouble. Found an elven lover and created Zil before the current monarch, whose name I can't remember because it's on the Almora primer that I lost, but it's somewhere else too. So I have to find it. But yeah, I know I've got it in my email because I emailed it to myself because I kept having to look for it. But but the current monarch was born after this, and in Valeris, the firstborn is the firstborn male, because we're still dealing with that here too. Is the next ruler, and so Zil, who was taken away at birth and actually raised in the Bekan Empire, found out and decided, you know what, I'm gonna go get my throne. So it's like a game of thrones.
Fucking.
You won't do
She's been to
shit.
your house.
No, you won't.
What
Wouldn't
do
be
you,
the
Amber
first
Heard?
time.
Jeez.
The trial that we have in 10 years from now will have that clip. You self-incriminated.
That's fine. Yeah.
So,
Cool.
Zil came here and started speaking to some of the leaders in the Elven community and said, hey, would it be crazy if there was a half-elf for a king who maybe didn't treat you so poorly? And for some unknown reason, they seem to really take a liking to that. So, here we are.
Well, I don't like the idea of monarchy situations. I think they've got a better setup in Berea. Sort of federation type deal. Maybe a republic of some sort. But whatever.
I would advise against giving him notes tomorrow.
I will not give him notes.
Yeah.
That's it. This is his deal, and so far, the only thing he's said is, "Hey, maybe we won't be so shitty to the other people in this place." So, like, I kind of support that, but it's just he wants a real revolution. He's gotta get more people on board than just the marginalized group.
Well, there are sympathizers amongst the humans, but so far there's a fair amount of excitement on this side of the country about this. So,
Well, like to pick his brain more about like what sort of monarch he's wanting to be.
uh, sure, yeah. Just be careful. It sounds like you guys want to keep him on your good side for. And why? What's the point of this again?
Well,
We may or may not have helped him get here.
Why does that matter?
He, honestly, genuinely, I don't know.
Okay.
I feel kind of responsible for this whole situation. We kind of like helped it along by accident.
I guess just kind of want to see if we're on the right side of this, or if we should.
Well,
Uh,
what if we accidentally helped a serial killer? What if that happened?
Also, not to be pedantic, but you did actually do that in Sealy?
yeah.
Helped a serial killer?
We helped Sealy for a little while.
Changes everything.
You see Strowman. You see Strowman from his book, dude.
I see you guys have yet to fill in your newest companion of any of this.
Okay, Alias, there is too much to fill in.
Okay, we all had a collective dream that devils were coming to invade. So, like, we had a dream with that, but with a priest guy from way down. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We're on a weird dream quest to repel the devils.
Yeah. So, anyway, sure, we'll talk to Zil tomorrow. I need to go back and watch that episode and see how I made Zil talk because I genuinely do not remember. Fortunately, I've come up with a distraction. Alias says, changing the subject. We, figured that the least we could do for all of the help that you are giving me is, give you a permanent place of residence in Arkanfalis. For when you guys need somewhere to hide, which seems to be pretty frequently. I was instructed. I instructed myself. Sorry, I'm not used to being two people. What do you want in a home?
Oh.
A workshop. I'm sorry. I read.
He wants a workshop in his home. What do I want in a home? I don't know. You want a dragon?
I'm sorry. I think I missed the point of your question.
Well, I, as the new guy still hasn't been informed, I guess I should lay some of the groundwork. Are you familiar with whatever the fuck I called those things? What did I...
Bow, 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 bow.
The Codex of Chicken Nuggets.
What did I call it?
The Astral Codex of Asses.
Well, that was...
The Abyssal Codex of Yulsir.
What are...
The Astral
The
Codex of
Penile
Farai.
Codex of Hanging Dongs.
That's happening in the next room over. Who is the god of magic in my world?
I don't remember.
Now it's just somebody that I used to know. Hang on, I have it. Just give me a second. Because I have everything. Actually, I don't have everything. I just...
I have it.
Sorry.
Sorry, guys, it's been a while. Zindik. I don't know how I could forget something with the word dick in it. So Alias looks at Stroman and he goes, are you familiar with the codexes of Zindik?
I should be, right?
Roll
Arcana?
history or arcana. Either one would do.
Okay. They're both the same for me. Feeling lucky. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Joe, please don't.
14.
Wednesdays. Okay. Very, very vague inkling. You know that it has to do with one of the spoken gods, Zendik specifically. That is a collection of very powerful magical books.
Do I know enough to explain it to him?
You were there.
No, explain exactly like why they exist.
I don't know, do you?
I don't remember if Alias.
This is a real
explained
world question. Does Rob know enough to actually explain it, or do you want me, as Alias, to just go ahead and do what I was going to do?
Just go ahead and do what you're going to
Okay,
do. I know enough to explain it, but you just...
Well, then do it, Rob.
Don't.
Hang on,
Don't
guys.
write a check your ass can't cash, Rob.
Yeah, Rob.
I can cash it.
Cash it, bitch.
You're making me nervous.
Do it, Rob.
So, long
Pressure.
time ago, when the gods still roamed the land before they left, like as they were leaving, Zendik was like, "Yo, I'm gonna fuck shit up. Put a bunch of books in the fucking world of magic," and fucked off. That's the short version.
That's all you remember, isn't it?
That's all I can like explain because I'm dumb.
The important part is that there is one book for each school of magic.
Mm-hmm.
And Alias, when he was one Alias, not two Alii,
Aliases?
Yeah, something like that. He got his hands on one of the codexes and used it to create a demiplane for the kid that he kidnapped, who is the diamond dragonborn son of Beckon, the empress of the Beckon Empire. The whole family
there's
is
an empire in
and
this
so-
world? Oh shit.
Yeah. And so he saved.
You invented it.
He saved Iarl, the kid, from before he was sacrificed, and created a demiplane to hide himself and IRL on. They named it Arkanfalis, they being the people at the table around you. And they named it Arkanfalis, and it's meant to be a home for IRL. So there will be more and more people moving to the area as Alias and fucking Chicken Girl. God damn it, I can't remember my own people's name anymore. Lara. Yeah. Lara, not Laura. Lara. Lara. Yeah, but go look at my short story about it. So anyway,
You spelled it wrong, dummy.
Lara and Alias are recruiting people to come to this pocket dimension to basically create like a little community, like an idyllic community for IRL to have a healthy childhood in before they start training him to dethrone Rebek and destroy the entire empire. So anyway, Arkanfalis is the pocket dimension, or demiplane, I should say. Pocket dimension's too small for what it is. And he is offering to build basically a home for you guys there. So what would you want in a home?
I don't need anything too fancy. I mean, I guess if my children decide to visit, I should have rooms for each of them and one for myself. But other than that, just like a fireplace, keep me warm at night, even though I feel like it'd probably be pretty comfortable most of the time anyway, because you created the place.
Well, there's winter. It would be too abnormal. Don't worry about it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just a place to cook food, sit down, and I guess have some books in case I get bored. There's nothing too fancy, just the basics, really. The basics and some space. So surprise me, I guess. You know, I don't see your mouse a lot also.
Still going with the workroom. That would be nice.
And you're asking everyone this? Oh,
Yes.
just give me a tree with soft bark and a couple of part of the root ball sticking up I can put my arms on, and I'll just lay back against that. Good to go.
I feel like you'd probably want a basement or something to have a gold hoard in.
And a mirror so you can go, I am fire, I am death, every morning.
Well, here, picture this family. I can do the thing. Do the thing. Selfie.
Rhythm.
I mean, just somewhere to hang up the hammock and I'm good.
In the woods, probably.
Yeah, we can give you somewhere to hang up the hammock, and we can make it right in between two street lamps in town.
Fuck you.
It's hay with two Y's at the end.
It's 555 FUCK.
No,
or whatever
thank you.
the numbers are for GET. GETFUCK.
ED.
Well, I mean,
That's what you get after a night with Fans Inc.
It's been so long, guys.
We'll never let you live it down.
In game, it's only been a few months.
We'll never let you live it down. For a few more months.
It was still one day.
well,
like
one
5
night.
months ago. Oh my
Wasn't
god.
I'm still trying to get sleep caught up from that night.
I have nightmares.
Okay.
I still have nightmares. Like, I don't... all my wartime, all the time fighting people, didn't have any PTSD, but one night of that, just... I'm sorry, I can't.
I mean, and this is the guy who lost his kids for 20 years, or however many, and his arm. No
Yeah,
PTSD. None
no
of that.
PTSD from that.
None of that phases him. But the noises he heard coming out of that room. And both of you made that night.
I think I heard a rare.
Hey Brian.
Yes.
DM wise, has all of this been
Hang
enough
on.
to count as a short rest?
Sure.
Okay, I turn into a parakeet again because I have 2 more wild shapes. I just fly away.
Okay.
I'm up in the rafters.
All right, well.
That just means she can still hear us. So
Yeah, well.
changes nothing.
It's the principle of the thing, I'm sure.
I don't know what that means.
She's got to let us know that
I don't
she
know what a
knows
principle
she's
is.
annoyed.
Is there any shared space needs I should take into consideration?
Vita usually took care of those, but
they'll be speaking with the other alias about that. That's it?
and a guard.
That workroom. I'll just make a bed.
I want one of them corner couches.
A sectional.
It's called a sectional.
Cross-sectional thing going, you know. The fuck? The fuck is a bell sprout?
It's a Pokemon?
It is.
Nintendo, yeah, Daddy Nintendo Game Freak.
It's actually a subsidiary of Daddy Nintendo Game Freak.
I don't think they give a shit about that. Not too much, anyhow.
So, no meeting rooms, map rooms, supplies.
I figured they'd be in like a town hall type deal.
For you guys as a group, separate from town hall, for you as adventurers who are a map.
So like a map with little figures, little figurines.
You'd like to play Dungeons and Dragons in a game of Dungeons and Dragons.
Holy shit! An inception of D&D.
Any supplies, things I should make sure are taken care of. Things, as you guys have been traveling, have there been things that you've wanted or needed regularly?
Food, shelter, water, bath. Oh yeah, I need a bathroom. Indoor plumbing.
Strowman is absolutely fascinated with this whole.
I'm just saying.
He's
We
just-
need we need like a J-shaped pipe thing, and I think we'll be good to go. Yes, I'm inventing a toilet.
Dear God. This is why I'm a bird right now. Why I'm a bird.
Does Polly want a cracker? Does?
Stroman, since you seem to have thrown your lot in with this group, are there research needs you have? I feel like.
No, not necessarily any needs per se, but I just prefer anything in the way of magic and science in terms of just recent findings or any new topics. So if you happen to find anything that you know seems interesting, I wouldn't mind a quick read on that.
Okay. This will be easier than I thought. I'll let me know. Well,
I would like a room where
you've said
where we can store our collective funds.
a treasury.
A treasury, yes. Some sort of locking mechanism to keep people from getting a little handsy. No, it's a idyllic community, but we still have a thief in our midst. For some, we need a magic lock. We need a magic lock.
Don't steal from us.
Don't steal from us. You'll be just like that one. There's this one person stole from a group, and she was terrible.
Don't be like the first rogue I ever played with.
Yeah, don't be like that rogue.
Her name was Cleo. I've heard of her.
Yeah.
A real piece of shit, that one.
And this one,
I knew a Cleo, and she was a phone psychic.
I knew it.
Why the fuck did they let JonTron do a TED Talk? He's a racist piece of shit.
Did they let him do a TED
Sorry.
Talk?
Yeah, this has been bugging me for a while. Sorry, yeah.
What? Yeah, he is fucking racist.
It's a racist piece of shit. Anyway.
As alias, he said that. You have no idea what that means.
Yeah. This is from a terrible place I visited once. Specifically America.
Oh, you went to America?
Not Merca.
No, that one's actually better than the one I'm talking about. This one was, it was just the worst. No, that's America.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
America. Pretty liberal on ping.
Anyhow, if we run into Alias there, that'd be funny as hell.
Yeah.
We're really derailing.
Any design choices, things to spiritual needs, magical, not giving me a lot to work with here.
Oh, I was just going to say, if you're looking for a treasury, maybe it's a treasury that requires 2 individuals to enter, as opposed to 1, making picking locks a little harder. Just as an opinion.
We've actually so the magical community's tinkered with that. It ends up with a lot of severed hands.
Oh no! I mean, it was just a suggestion.
Two keys, 2 different keys to unlock a thing.
Adds an additional step to the thievery, but it's still possible to overcome.
What if we lived in a sewer and it was a community of thieves, like a guild, where the only way to get into the thing is you need either the magic key from what's her face, the nocturnal key.
The skeleton key. You're talking about the skeleton
key. It's a key with a skeleton on it.
At this point, a rabbit folk dude just hops through, and Barley's like, "Holy fuck, is that Hoffney?" And it's not.
Are you just raw dogging a 2-liter right now, Allie?
Don't judge me.
Hey, look.
I'm too lazy to go downstairs and get a cup.
That would drink that is the person she makes out with on the regular.
Also, that's like the 3rd time I've gone to take a drink, but the 1st time anyone's noticed. Or at least anyone's mentioned it.
I saw the 2-liter, but I didn't know if you had already poured something early. Like I saw it at the end of you putting it down. I didn't know if you'd poured a drink or something, but...
Nope. Too lazy to go get a cup.
Fair enough. Okay, well, I will...
Indoor plumbing. Think about it.
Are you a cat? No animal is aroused by poop. Again, no animal is aroused by human poop.
No, like attracted to it, as in there is prey here. Let me eat them.
You dig a latrine.
I mean, technically speaking, when you camp, if you use the bathroom, you are supposed to bury your shit.
You dig a latrine.
Like as a technical real world thing. That is how you are supposed to.
You dig a latrine, you poop in it, you throw barley in, you bury it all together.
You're so small, like, you can't tell the difference between a turd. They explode sometimes and does a little chart thing. Anyway.
I'm sorry, did you say explode?
you know, whenever I have 25% health remaining, an arm just sort of throws out shards of obsidian glass.
Ooh, I would love a sample of that.
It kind of disappears after it makes its impact.
Huh.
It's ghost stuff. Anyhow.
Oh.
Remember the Diamond Dragonborn child that we kidnapped? His
I think we need to find a better word than kidnapped.
abducted.
I'm still a bird on the ceiling. Never
Stole?
mind.
Abdicated. Wait, what? Rescue? Rescue? I don't... Well, sure. Yeah,
Took.
that sounds weird.
Without permission.
Peregrine. Took.
Falcon.
Oh, yeah.
Winter Soldier.
From Lord of the Rings to Marvel in 3 steps.
We did it.
It's what I do.
Congratulations, everybody.
So yeah, the
We got him.
the
We
dragon,
got him, boys.
the Diamond Dragonborn child. His several generations great aunt was one such child. She was an obsidian dragonborn. She was buried in a hole on the outskirts
Alive.
of town, alive, and she found our friend Gaius here and decided she would have her revenge. And so I think in order to protect him, because she needs him to do her bidding, whenever he gets hurt, she fights back a little bit.
Very cool. No.
No.
Well, if I stop, I don't think she cares about that. If it's like you're cutting off my breathing and you know I'm about
What if you're into that?
fourth of a way from death,
What if you're into that?
sure. Still explode, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna explode. Don't worry.
She don't want me to die. Like if I'm doing stupid. To the good, stab. I'm just saying, that's what she does. Y'all ain't seen me do that thing?
Honestly, I needed to get the severe COVID symptoms because if I had that shortness of breath, man, I would have ran out a long time ago. I'd have to go see a doctor because it would have lasted longer than 4 hours.
Florida man gets COVID for autoerotic asphyxiation.
I could see that. That is a. That is
If you pay enough, you could see anything.
It's true.
The Onion would have an article like that, I'm sure.
If they don't, we should write it and sell it to them.
The Tampa Bay Times would have an article like that.
Yeah, that's a little true to life.
Someone call Patrick. Pat, go get COVID. Come from it.
I don't think he's into that. Is he?
No, but I feel like he'd just be enthused. He's always so happy. He's so happy with our weird shit ideas. He's like, yeah, all right. His first response would be, yo, what? All right.
Pretty much, yeah. That sounds Pat.
That is something he would say.
This, I agree.
Yo, what?
Pat, we love you. Come back to us.
Or get
Oh, hey, who's that dude we kept telling to wake up that this was all a
Craig.
dream? Yeah, Hey, Craig. Wake up.
Yeah,
Wake me up
need
inside.
you here, buddy.
Wake me up.
Wake me up inside.
Wake me up. I can't wake
I think
up.
we've reached that point where nothing else is gonna happen.
That's probably the case. I thought you guys would take way longer arguing about the house.
Oh, well.
I mean, Rhythm hasn't had a house that wasn't Mom's house and ever, so.
Legitimately, the one time I structure a derailed conversation and you do nothing with it.
I would like a porno room.
That's Wednesday nights.
Oh, okay. I can make the porno rooms. I can make porno mags now.
I have a feeling that's more of Rhythm's territory.
Hey.
I'm just saying I can
Nope.
take true to life photograph.
Y'all nasty. I almost. Well, we won't talk about that on stream.
Okay. All right.
There's a
go.
phrase that goes along with "Y'all need Jesus," and
Mhm.
I forgot who I was with, and I almost said it. So I will tell you what it was after we
Okay. All
are
right.
no longer online.
Well, now we have to end. No, I'm joking.
I'm fine with ending early, honestly. I don't think we're going to get much out of it. I expected this to be... legitimately, I was thinking at work today, I'm like, all right, so we got to cover this. Vaguely remember where we're at. One of the things that, around level 10-ish, because you guys are 9, around level 10, it's just good to have like a steady base of operations. I'll just open the floor up, let them start throwing out suggestions. I'll take what makes sense, and, I'll design something, bring it back to you guys in a couple sessions.
A war room.
And I'm like, all right, so what do you guys want? And you're like, I don't know, fucking house?
A house.
And maybe this was my fault for asking millennials, hey, what would you like in a home? And we're like, come on, dude, don't. No, like, I asked millennials, what do you want in a home? And they're like, come on, dude, there's fantasy and then there's just fucking silly. We're never going to be homeowners.
Like, what do we want? Walls and a roof.
Yeah.
Maybe a bed.
Maybe. Yeah.
Two
Two
of you literally said the
Rhythm
outdoors.
didn't even ask for a bed. Rhythm's like, can I hang up a hammock?
You did not say a 4-poster bed. You said a bed. I wrote it down. I wrote a mouse bed.
So it's a bed,
Anyway,
and instead of having a bed sheet, it has 4 posters of individual Backstreet Boys.
there were
It's all-
5
it's all but
Backstreet
one.
Now,
Boys.
if you want a
It's all but
4-post bed, then yeah, that would be bougie. But a 4-poster bed, that's just called like my childhood from ages 1 to 4.
Oh, get wrecked.
I feel like that's what Donkey sleeps in because he's got that Jake Paul poster he fights with every night. Donkey, please sponsor us.
I would, yeah.
We were
Please
playing.
sponsor us. Raid Shadow Legends.
We were playing Overwatch the other night, and a person named Sky was on, and I was like, "Hey, is that the real Sky?" And they didn't say anything, and I said, "This reminds me of the time that Donkey beat you in Smash." They didn't respond, so I feel like it was the real Sky.
Sky Williams, please sponsor us. Please sponsor us.
All right, everybody. Well, I guess that's it.
Fuck it.
Because we were so efficient tonight that we got through everything he thought we
I
wouldn't
need
get
a war
through.
room and a treasury.
I need to go back and listen to Zilvalar and figure out what his fucking voice was. It's probably a generic British guy.
So we will
I think he was like a dude, bro.
catch everyone next week.
Dude, bro.
Whoa, dude.
So
I'm going to be king, bro.
Sponge there.
hang
Big
10.
ass sponge, dude.
And just, it just comes in and just Whoopage! And then you know, you
Whoopage, you
just say
say.
like, goodbye.